All right, so this is going to be kind of a quick video. We had to do this to ship a guy a TCM. We got one in return. But we figured we'd go ahead and do a video for anybody that's wondering anything about a, what is this, HP70?
8 HP70.
8 HP70 transmission that came in a Jeep SRT8.
They come in Durangos, they come in BMWs, they come in a variety of stuff.
Okay, so 8 HP70, removing the TCM. We're also going to reinstall the TCM just so you guys can kind of see how to do this. So it's really not that bad.
Yep. So here we got the transmission.
Yep.
It's rolled upside down.
Yep.
Before you roll it upside down, you want to remove your drain plug, remove all the oil from it. If not, it will start flowing out of the vent tube out of the top.
Okay.
In order to remove the drain plug, this is an H10.
Okay.
So whenever you go to remove it, it shows you open and close right here. Right there. So whenever you're doing it, you'll hear it kind of sounds like it's stripping, but if you keep on turning it, you'll come right out.
This is real fine thread.
The first time I removed it, I thought it was stripped out, so I did something else. But anyways, that's how you remove the drain plug.
Okay.
All of our fluid's drained. So we'll stick that back in for now.
Sure.
All right, once your fluid's drained, you can remove the pan.
Okay.
In order to remove the pan, there's 13 T40s.
Okay.
So remove all them and the pan will pop off.
Okay. You want to zip those out of there real quick?
Yeah. Okay, there's your pan. Move that. Here's your valve body. You will need to remove this valve body because your TCM is mounted to the bottom of this.
Okay.
In order to do that, you will need to remove all these T40 bolts. There's two different sizes in this. There's a T27 and a T40. All the big T40s will remove this so you can take it out.
All right, zip those out real quick.
Put this on. All right, so here's your 14 long T40s. You remove all these. Set these to the side. And then you will have 4 T40s up here that are short. Try not to drop it. All right, our next step is where your transmission plug plugs into the outside right here. We have to remove this plastic piece. In order to do that, you have this metal tab right here, and you'll simply just pull it up. Once you have that space, then you can grab either pliers. Sorry about that.
Or throw it at me. Either way.
Or you can pull it out. I've already pulled this one out once, so it's kind of easy. The first time I pulled it out, it was stuck in there a little bit. But it does have that little pin or dial pin, whatever you want to call it, that will line up. So whenever you stick it back in there, we'll show you in a minute how to do that.
Sure.
All right, with having that removed, make sure your little plug up here is free. Once that's free. Oh, also, I'm not sure what this is called, but just make sure that it's not. Holding it and then give it a good pull. There you go. And then right here, this black piece, this is your actual TCM on the bottom of the valve body.
Okay.
We'll go over how to remove that. Okay, so if you're not sure which ones to remove, you'll see the threads on this side.
Let me focus real quick. Okay.
And then you flip it over. This is where your T27 comes into play.
Yep. If I remember right, there were 2 of them you couldn't see the threads on.
Yeah.
Just
Yes, there's one up under here, right there where that little
circle
is that you can't see. So we're gonna remove this one, that one.
Hold on, I couldn't see which one that was. All right. Yep.
You with me?
Yep.
Removing that one.
Yep.
That one.
Yep.
That one.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's it. We'll find out real quick. Turn it over. Make sure you undo this plug because this plug is connected to the actual valve body. In order to remove this plug, you're going to press this light brown spot in and then pull up. That's that light brown spot right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then run it over there, and that plug is free.
Okay.
So with having the plug and all the bolts out, gently pull up. You'll have some dial pins, which is all these right here. You got at least 3 of them right here. And then on these synchros, you have electrical connectors, and it will slide straight up off of them. And then with that, here's your TCM. All right, now we're going to reinstall the TCM to the valve body. Make sure your electrical connectors are lined up. Make sure that your valve or your dial pins are lined up.
Mm-hmm.
Dial pins are down, and it clicks in. Run your plug back up. Click it back into place. And then reinstall your 5 TCM bolts. Okay, you are now ready to reinstall your valve body back in the transmission. You want to make sure that your O-rings have no damage and are in place. There's 2 of them, 1 on each right here.
Mm-hmm.
Those will slide down right into these slots. Also, you may have to pull this back to make sure that it lines up inside there.
And then this guy right here.
And then make sure your plug slides down into its spot. And just like that. Now we're going to reinstall all these bolts. All right, before you put your 4 short ones in the front, you want to reinstall your connector. This also has O-rings on it. Make sure it has no debris or damage on it. And then you'll want to line that back up inside there. So if you just put some inward force on it, you'll feel it catch. Once it's clicked in and it's flush all the way, you'll want to push this metal pin back down into place. You want to push your plug back down into place up here at the front. And now you're ready to reinstall your 4 bolts. Now, this is just our spare transmission. This one will be sent out to be built. I'm not sure the torque specs on this valve body, so when you do reinstall it, make sure to look them up. There might be a way, just like if you're putting a cylinder head, there might be a pattern that you're supposed to tighten them down. But since this is just our spare, we're just showing you the gist of it. So with having your valve body back into place, your connector, your 4 small bolts, you're ready to reinstall your pan. So whenever you're reinstalling your pan, you might want to look this up. I believe the filter is built into this pan. I think this is a one-time use pan, but like we said, this is being sent out to be built. So make sure you look that up. Also, this O-ring, make sure it's not damaged or anything, and it's gonna go right there. Once you got it in place, with having your pan back on, whenever you get ready to reinstall it, this is your transmission fluid fuel plug. And that's gonna be an H8, Allen head 8, right there. And then with that, there you have it. That's how you remove and reinstall a TCM out of an 8 HP 70.